You don't own me. You don't own me.
People all over the world, no matter their race, gender, or age, are affected by the images that the media puts forth. The media has a profound effect on people because it is so prevalent in our lives. The portrayal of women has become increasingly sexualized and increasingly thin over the years. There is a huge emphasis on the objectification, thin ideal, and presumed weakness. While sexualization as a whole has increased in the media, it has disproportionately affected women. A study was done by researchers at the University of Buffalo in which they looked at the covers of Rolling Stone magazine from 1967 to 2009. They created a point scale for sexualization in which the covers received points for different forms, such as parted lips or revealing a lot of skin. The study found that since the 1960s, women have become almost twice as sexualized, with 83% of the covers being deemed as hypersexualized. The over-sexualization of women in the media is present in many types of forms, but it is especially represented in commercials. The media uses women to attract male customers to buy a company's product, and it is done so by using females as sexual objects. Many commercials, such as the GoDaddy commercial, use a sexual scene and a sexual woman to attract customers without any reference to the actual service or product that is being provided. In employing this technique in the advertisement, it is implied that in order to be successful and happy in one's life, a female must apply sexually to the opposite sex. The media does not only portray women as sexual objects, though. It also portrays them as weak and dependent. There are very few women in the media who are portrayed as strong and independent. Naomi Upton did an analysis of strong female characters using Disney princesses. She found that, as with many of our favorite princesses, this character's only redeeming features of courage, rebellion, and boldness are used in the pursuit of a man. Even films or stories that have female protagonists portray these women as having no real goals in life besides finding a man. In addition, the media portrays an unattainable image of women with regards to their body shape. Women are supposed to have long legs, large breasts, a small waist, a large behind, fair skin, and long hair, among so many other qualities. Many of the women that are shown in the media are so skinny that a majority of them would actually qualify as anorexic. The average U.S. model weighs 117 pounds and is 5'11", while the average U.S. woman weighs 140 pounds and is 5'4". Models are already very thin, but the media also uses Photoshop on top of it. They create unrealistic standards for women by enhancing features that are already unobtainable. The media provides very limited examples of what it really means to be a woman in today's society. The industry fails to show women with a voice, women with power and reason, women with intelligence. Female characters that portray weak, mentally inferior, or ignorant women characterize the traditionally feminine mental state. The well-known characters Rachel from Friends and Gloria from Modern Family are described as having traditionally feminine mental states because they were often confused, while other characters discussed advanced topics, were made fun of for inferior education, or were cast as overall mentally lacking compared to their other characters. These types of portrayals are detrimental to what modern femininity should be. It is extremely important for people to understand this phenomenon because it can have a harmful effect on women's body satisfaction, their self-confidence, and their belief that they can attain a position of power without a man by their side.
Now let's observe how this phenomenon operates at the macro level. The functionalist theory describes the media as a form of moving parts working together to make a whole. Along with the media are the family, government, economy, and education, all specific entities that shape our society. All these working parts create order, stability, and productivity. The media is responsible for providing the society with important news, entertainment, and socialization. The problem with the media and this so-called moving part is that it is controlled by a minority of people who get to choose subjective messages to portray. The functionalist theory stresses the power of mass media and how it manipulates public opinion. Through magazines, tabloids, movies, TV shows, posters, and more, the media has created an impossible idea of the perfect body. Today, the volume of images presented to us in a multitude of forms of media surpasses any time period seen to date. The social forces carefully project these unattainable ideas about women to maintain a status hierarchy system within society.
Another successful theory through which we can observe how the media portrays women is the feminist theory. Unlike social theory, which almost always exemplifies men as the sole role in social situations, the feminist theory challenges this ugly norm by making it possible for female to take charge as the main character. A common misconception of the feminist theory is that it is only used by females who are trying to establish women's superiority over men. However, this is the opposite of people who support this theory's goal. Feminists are people of all genders who are not aiming for woman dominance, but instead are fighting for women equality to their male counterparts. From the feminist theory perspective, the portrayal of women in the media is especially heart-wrenching. The media can be seen time and time again belittling women as they display ideas such that women will only amount to being stay-at-home moms in TV shows while their husbands are the breadwinners who are clearly superior. Another way in which the media defies everything that the feminist theory stands for is whenever a strong woman is giving a powerful speech, the media fails to elaborate on this woman's intelligent ideas and rather focus on image elements that they believe matters, such as her hair or her outfit.
So now let's take a look at how the media affects individuals. As we discussed earlier, the media has a profound effect on individuals' views of themselves and other women. It makes people believe that women are not intelligent and should not be in a powerful position, that they should have the perfect body, and that they are a sexual object that others can exploit. It can also have a major effect on young women who are still developing. They may develop a negative body image at a young age by comparing themselves to impossible standards. According to a study from the University of Central Florida, nearly 50% of girls aged 3 to 6 were already concerned about their weight. The media is heavily to blame for this statistic. It can also lead to their early sexualization when they are viewing women as sexual objects in the media. They may start to see their worth based on how attractive they are because the media measures a woman's worth on a similar scale. In a survey, nearly 40% of teens named a media figure as their role model. Nearly the same share the name of a parent or relative. Instead of looking up to someone who has a significant positive impact on their life, they are comparing themselves to a media puppet. When looking at the effect that individuals can have on the macro level, we found that on a micro level, the consumers buy into what the media is feeding them. They buy products with hypersexualized advertisements, go see movies with weak female leads, and buy clothing that looks good on super skinny models. This leads to a continuous cycle. The media is affected by individuals in the sense that it is going to continue providing the public with what they think they want as long as these portrayals of women are continuously successful. The only way that the media will ever change the way it portrays women is if individuals start demanding more from them. They need to demand more independent, powerful women. They need to demand real women in advertisements, not stick-thin models. They need to demand women that are relatable and encourage women to be all that they can be.
To top it all off, the media hardly turns its head towards women's professional sports. Not that the media never covers women's athletics, however, when it does, it is usually not based off the athlete's performance. As evidence, tennis player Anna Kournikova has never actually won a major tennis tournament, yet she is currently the highest paid women's tennis player in the world, not based on her athleticism, but through endorsements and sponsorships to emphasize her sex appeal. This further proves that even the most successful, hardworking women are mentioned in the media for their bodies. Ultimately, women provide reasons to be taken as serious as men and deserve to be respected and represented better in the media. Everyone should accept nothing less than this for women. In conclusion, society must come together to reform this objectification of women's bodies in the media in order to truly come together as equals.
You don't own me. You don't own me.
Well, let's go. But I'm Gerald. and I can always have just what I want. She's the baddest, I would love to flaunt. Take her shopping, you know Yves Saint Laurent. But nope, she ain't with it though. All because she got a